Kia ora folks, on a beautiful sunny winter's day like today, it gets me kind of inspired and thinking about planting. We've still got a lot of work to do, but eventually we will get to planting, so I need to start thinking about what to plant so I can start growing seeds and I can start ordering a few bits and bobs and propagating and really getting prepared for spring when hopefully we can start putting things in the ground. So now the question is what to plant. So I've got a couple of lists together. I've got a list from Piet Oldhoff. He's a very famous Dutch gardener, and he has his list of 100 plants that he could not live without. So I've got Piet's list and I've randomized it and just taken 10 out at random, and I'm gonna rate those according to how I like them. We're hoping the cream bubbles to the top and we'll be able to, know what we're gonna plant. So the first one that's come up on this random list from Piet's top 100 is Salvia pratensis, or colloquially called Pink Delight. Okay, so I know what a salvia is, but I don't know what a Salvia pratensis is. I'm going to struggle with a lot of these names. This is going to be difficult, so let's just look that up. It's native to Europe. It's got purple flowers. It looks quite nice. Salvia is the same family as sage, and this is called meadow sage. I'm going to score these out of 100, so 100 being the most amazing plant ever, and 0 basically, or 1 being like bindweed, the thing that I hate the most, or ivy, or I really hate agapanthus, so agapanthus would be like about a 10 for me, and like 100 or a 90 would be like blueberries, something nice. So for this Salvia pratensis, I'm going to give it an 81. Moving on, the next one is Salvia azurea grandiflora variation. Okay, I don't know what that is, so let's look it up. So it's kind of similar to the other one. It's quite nice, it's bluer. And I do like salvias, so I'm going to give this one an 82 because I like the colour and the foliage is pretty good. These are good filler plants, but every plant has its job. Some of its jobs are to be buried 6 foot deep, like ivy. Oh my god. Okay, next one on the list, I don't know if I can say this, is Aster oblongifolius. Aster oblongifolius, colloquially known as October skies. Now I know what an aster is. That's kind of like a daisy, I guess. Well, this is the same color as the other ones. It's like pink with the yellow bit in the middle. It's quite frothy. I like frothy plants, but I don't know. This is kind of like, it's very pink, and it's, for my own personal tastes, and you're going to differ, I'm going to give that a 73. A little bit too intense. Okay, let's look up what we got next. Papavia orientale. Papavia orientale. The common name is Karen or Carini or something. I don't know. This kind of looks like an old lady plant to me. Let's read about it. The oriental poppy. There we go. So Papavia, maybe that means poppy. Oriental poppy is a perennial flowering plant native to the Caucasus, northeastern Turkey, and northern Iran. Ooh, exotic. I mean, this is okay. A poppy. I don't mind poppies. This one's a little bit old lady-ish for me, but I kind of like it more than the Aster. I'm going to give it a 75. 75 out of 100, so yeah, it could make it in the garden, I don't know. We got here, another Aster. So Pete loves the Asters. Aster tataricus, which common name is Jindai. I like the name. It's already getting points for name. Jindai. Okay, so it's another pink one with yellow in the middle. It's basically a pink daisy with yellow in the middle. Yeah, it's quite nice and cottagey. I think this would go in well, and the flowers are quite small. I would give this a 77 because this one's good. So the next one on my random 10 from Pete's 100 is Cathamintha nepeta. I think I know nepeta is like cat mint, so the cats will nail that, but they do look really nice. So if you can protect them while they're small, the cats don't chew them to death, get super stoned. So let's have a look. Oh, okay. This is quite frothy. I like frothy plants and small flowers. I like this one. I've never seen this one before. I would definitely have that in the garden. I think I might give that like a 81. So the Cathamintha gets 81, so that's up to the top of the class. How many have we got left? 4 left. Okay, the next one is Iris. I can say that first word. Second word, Chrysographis. Iris Chrysographis, maybe. Let's see what this particular subspecies looks like. Oh, it's really dark purple with nice light green leaves. Actually, for an iris, I quite like that. Iris Chrysographis, commonly known as the black iris, is a plant species that belongs to the genus Iris. Yeah. It is a native to South China and Myanmar, growing in meadows, streamsides, hillsides, and forest margins. This is cool. I mean, if I could find this in New Zealand, this looks awesome. It's almost black, it's really dark purple. I'm gonna give this an 85. This is the top scoring one, this Iris Chrysographis. I've never heard of it before. It's quite cool to find these new things. What's next on the list? Sedum telephim. Sedum telephim, I don't know. Common name sun-kissed. I wonder what a sedum is. It's kind of succulent, that's fine. Sedum telephim, often called Hylotelephim, I don't know. Or frog stomach, cool. Harping Johnny, or midsummer men, or orphan John, or witches money bags. This has got some funny names. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna give it 72. So Sedum telephim. Someone tell me how to pronounce that, please. I'm gonna give that 72. See what else is on the list. We got Echinacea. I like Echinaceas a lot. Echinacea purpurea, common name Virgin. So this is just like your purple Echinacea. Yeah, this one, well, pink. This one I really like. I'm a fan of Echinacea. That's like probably, it's definitely in my top 5 as far as plants go. I'm gonna give that a 95. Yeah, I like that one. Okay, last one, Clematis, always good. Nice climber. Clematis what? Clematis Heraclifolia. Okay, so let's see what this one looks like. I mean, that's kind of cool. It's actually not a climber. That's weird. It's like a shrub. I'm gonna have to find out more about this Clematis Heraclifolia. Evergreen shrub. Scrambling but not climbing. Herbaceous, slightly downy stems. I quite like it, but I'm only going to give it a 70, but maybe I'll change my mind later on that one because it's not too bad. Well, we discovered some things in there that we liked and some things which were average. Next one I'll just do it on edibles. So I've got a list of 100 kind of edible plants and we'll randomize that as well and we'll just pick out a few and I'll just keep doing this process until we've got a matrix. We can add in like a little bit of a metric on suitability and I'll get my wife to just blind, not looking at my scores, rate how she likes the plants as well, and maybe even the bubba. Maybe give her a go and then put it all into a spreadsheet and come out with a magic number at the end. And whatever bubbles to the top, we'll look at that and we'll try and find some pairings that work nicely. You know, not every plant that I rate has to be like a hero plant. You need fillers as well, and you need things to kind of smooth the whole thing together. So, you know, some things are not going to be stars, they're going to be doing a supporting role, so you have to keep that in mind. So but we'll take from the top chunk. Well, I'm procrastinating, time to get back to digging. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll see you again soon.